Okay, YouTube, we're here with the Airbus A320 again, doing our active slats project today. Got the servo linkages all adjusted and designed so that there's a certain amount of springiness. So as I'm flying, they will give some, whereas the flaps, you know, they're pretty stiff. Most control surfaces, even these ailerons here, for instance, are going to have a little bit of play in them. And with the high and low pressure system on the wings, it's pretty much going to find its natural state here. DX18, been playing with this for a few weeks. Really happy with it so far. Not taking full advantage by any stretch. Okay. Full retraction. Let's get those gear out of the way. As you can see, I'll lay that thing down there. As you can see, they lay flush, which is important because that's where I got to pick up the plane from. I can't grab from the back, I can't grab from the front if these are deployed. It looks like I got a little bit of an adjustment here to do here. Basically, I'm gonna have to take and bend this linkage here. That's basically a 0.81 millimeter music wire, same as what I used for my flap wire, but in this case quite a bit more complex bend. And I just guess and check, guys. I mean, it's not like there's some rocket science involved here. Give you a real close-up shot of that. You can see I went into the lowest hole there. For whatever reason, this one here likes to chatter a lot. This one over here, not so much. Same thing you can see. But yeah, this is gonna be I really hope a good modification. I mean, it's gonna look sweet. I'm not worried about that. Still going to be able to do my full speed 565 trillion miles an hour speed. Anybody who has one of these Supreme Hobbies Airbus 320s knows what I'm talking about. The difference is my wing is much wider or longer, depending on who you're talking to. And it's longer through most of the chord of the wing. It stops here. And then it's the width that it came factory. But you can see I added all this distance here. And then, you know, a real application, this flat mechanism would shoot out and down on rails, which would be contained within these canoes. But in my application, I'm just doing my flap deployment with a tip. And so I pretty much built in the gap. And that's part of the reason why I was so excited about doing these spoilers. Not because they're active, but because they help to keep that airfoil shape so that there's not a bunch of turbulence, potentially drag from this gap during normal flight. So guys, my next step is to take these long pieces that I've created a little earlier. You can see they've got kind of a bump on them, and smooth side up in this case. This is a fiberglass, like I don't know, it's like a wind ball. What is this stuff? But anyway, I showed you earlier on the last video, and it's basically we used it in a gardening project to make some planters out of. I think it's roofing material, semi-translucent. So if you were to shine light through them, they would probably shine right through. But either way, this one looks like this one goes over here, and it's going to mount just like the other one, and it's going to come down just like the other one. The only difference is I got to make it through this nacelle bracket. Not 100% sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I believe I'm going to be drilling a hole once I get my alignment figured out. And then this is going to move, and it's just going to slide through the hole. So it's going to be a pretty steep angle here, and then it's probably going to reach out. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I better get it right the first time, because I don't want to be putting multiple holes through this, because that is a structural piece on the plane. So anyway, this thing's going to suck down tight like that in full flap retraction, and then it's going to deploy something like this, somewhere between here and here for full deployment. Full retraction. It's going to be flat on the wing. You're not even going to know it's there other than you can see the color. And I kind of wanted that. I kind of wanted to see the color. There's a lot of work for this crap to do this on a plane and just have the flying effect. I mean, I want to be able to see it too. Trouble is out white. It blends in so good. I don't know. It may not be very visible. We'll give you another shot of it quick, guys. You can see relatively even throws. I have no idea if this is going to be as effective as I hope it is. And don't get me wrong, guys. Everything else I've done is really scale. I know, for all practical purposes, this would slide out from the top of the wing, and it would be a true airfoil shape. But guys, model this size, there's only so much you can do. Signing out for step 2, Brian Phillips, Airbus A320, Supreme Hobbies. Slats, leading edge slats project. Can't wait to see it fly, guys. Keep watching. Got probably one more video tonight, and then we'll have a flight video in the next good weather.